I just want you to take the time to think back the last time you ate because you felt truly hungry, the last time you ate so much you felt absolutely stuffed. How did you feel afterward? Did you feel satisfied or were you annoyed with yourself and felt guilty? You know, eating too much every once in a while is normal. I tend to do that as well, especially over the festive season. However, if you feel that your eating habit is out of control, if you tend to think about food all the time and feel guilty, depressed, or ashamed after eating, then watch this video through. I want you to first understand the 7 different kinds of hunger, how you can stop overeating, and learn to eat more mindfully. So eating more mindfully is basically expanding our awareness around food habits so that we can start to make a more conscious decision of what we put into our mouths and when. So the first kind of hunger is physical hunger. This is the real kind of hunger. You can physically feel hungry. Your stomach is growling, your blood sugar level is low, your energy is low, and you find it tough to concentrate on the task you're doing. This is when your body truly needs food and you should be eating. So what I want you to do is start listening to your body's physical cue. Eat when you feel moderately hungry. Don't leave it until when you feel extremely hungry. This can often lead to making bad food choices and eating too much of food in one sitting, hence lead to weight gain as well. The second kind of hunger is nutritional hunger. If you're someone that says, I just feel hungry all the time and I can just eat and eat and eat, well, chances are you might be feeding your body with crappy foods which are very high in calories but low in nutrients. Yes, they will keep you satisfied but only for a very short period of time. After 30 minutes to an hour, you will start to feel peckish again. That is because our body naturally craves for nutrients and real food. So your brain will tell you to eat and eat. But instead of consuming a nutrient-dense meal, you ended up eating more crappy food, consume more calories than what your body needs, and still don't feel satisfied. So it is a vicious cycle. Eat crappy food, don't get the nutrients your body needs, don't feel satisfied, and eat more crappy food, and so on. And suddenly, whoa, where did that extra weight come from? So if you fall under this category, it is really simple. I want you to start to eat real foods which are minimally processed. You will find that you will feel satisfied and you won't have the cravings to eat more food and you will naturally start to lose weight. So if you're interested to learn more about nutrition, healthy living and fitness, you can do so by signing up to the National Academy of Sports Medicine NASM online personal training course. They are currently offering a 14-day free trial. So you can learn more about the fundamental foods that our body needs, ways to becoming a personal trainer, and also to understand your clients. So be sure to click on the link in my description box and get more information. The next hunger is emotional or heart hunger. We live in a culture where we turn to food to fix everything. We associate food to happiness and comfort. So when we feel the opposite emotions such as stress, anger, sad, loneliness, or boredom, we tend to turn to food to try to fix our emotions. So instead of dealing with the deeper issue, we want instant gratification because we want to feel better. This is also similar to how some people might turn to alcohol or drugs. Yes, it will fix you, but only for a very short period of time. When that's over, I can assure you, you will feel worse and hate yourself for binge eating. So it is very important to identify that emotional hunger isn't located in the stomach. You don't feel physically hungry. It often craves for specific comfort food. For instance, you might want to have ice cream or chocolate to satisfy your emotion. And it often leads to mindless eating. So instead of having few pieces of chocolate or few scoops of ice cream, you ended up eating the entire block of chocolate and the entire ice cream tub. And you don't feel satisfied even when you're full. And this often leads to regret, guilt, or shame. If this is you, the next time you have the urge to mindless eat, put the food down, take 3 deep breaths, and ask yourself, what am I asking the food to do for me? If it is linked to an emotional trigger, Don't reject the emotion, but bring awareness to your feelings, and you might be able to find other ways to help to deal with them. For instance, if you are feeling lonely or feeling down, speak to a friend or read a self-development book that might help you through your issues. If you are feeling really tired, then take the time to relax, take a nice warm bath, or treat yourself to a nice cup of hot chocolate. If you're just feeling bored, then read a book, watch a film, or just go for a nice long walk. So shift your thinking away from food and change the action to feed your emotion, not your body. The next kind of hunger is habit hunger. This is me. So breakfast at 8 a.m., lunch at 1 p.m., and dinner at 7 p.m. We eat at specific times because we train our body to do so. And there is nothing wrong with this. In fact, it can be a good eating habit and prevent overeating. However, habit hunger can be an issue if we tend to associate food to a certain activity. For instance, do you tend to snack when you go to the movies or watch TV? Well, let's face it, chances are you are not hungry and you don't really need to munch. You develop this habit over time. So if you fall into this category, I want you to start breaking the habit and keep your hands busy with something else. For instance, instead of munching away, try to have a cup of hot tea, or keep your hands busy by knitting or sewing. Next, hormonal hunger. Ladies, you know very well what I'm talking about. So you've been doing so well in your eating patterns, and few days leading up to your period, your hormone changes and suddenly you crave for all the bad foods. Well, you don't have to deprive yourself, but what is important is that you're aware of the changes that are happening to your body. So indulge in a mindful way and really enjoy the food. You will feel satisfied with less and you will be in control of the situation. And eventually, the cravings will go away and you will find balance again. The next kind of hunger is sense hunger. Imagine this. You already had your lunch and you're supposed to meet a friend over a cup of coffee. When you step into the cafe, all the cakes displayed look so yummy and you're convinced that they would taste good as well. Out of the sudden, you have more space for more food. So instead of just ordering a cup of coffee as planned, you ended up ordering a slice of cake to go with your coffee. Rather than listening to what your body needs, you're allowing your senses, the sight, smell, and taste to control you. So if this is you, before you make an impulsive decision the next time, just stop for a moment, look at all the temptations, and ask yourself, am I hungry? Will this slice of cake make me feel good afterwards? If your answer is no, I will only feel regretful and guilty, then step away and you don't need it, okay? If, however, you decide to go ahead with it and treat yourself, instead of scuffing it down, enjoy the cake with all your senses. Look, smell, take small, slow bites to fully appreciate the taste and texture. Remember guys, eating and enjoying a slice of cake once in a while will not lead to weight gain. But scuffing it down and eating mindlessly on a regular basis may. And the final kind of hunger is environmental hunger. So getting together with your friends and family over a meal is a great way to bond and socialize. But this can often lead to overeating. The food is there, everyone is eating. As long as they continue to eat, you will continue to eat as well. Or you might have family members or friends who tend to encourage you to eat more. Take more food. You know, I made these cookies. You got to try them. Or eat more. If you have those kind of family members or friends, you need to learn to say no and stop when you know you have had enough food. So instead of allowing food to be the center of a celebration, take the time to bond with each other by playing some group games, dance, or have a good conversation. So guys, for the next 3 days, I want you to record every food you eat and then determine what kind of hunger it was. Were you physically hungry? Were you stressed? Bored? Was it a habit-based decision? Or did you eat because everybody else was eating? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to lose weight and break your bad eating habits, really tune into yourself, listen to your body, and start to eat mindfully. If you find this video to be helpful, be sure to like it and share it with someone who might benefit from it. All the best.